It's a beautiful spring day in 1999. Or is it? 300 gifted and talented Ocean County Middle School students have been transported back to 1865. The Civil War is ending. Survivors are sharing stories of the glory and horror of war. After hearing those stories, these students will work in groups, writing and presenting plays depicting the reunion of a family or town torn apart by war.
We marched hard, and as the general said, we didn't have much food.
The first day of this two-day convocation was devoted to presentations by actors portraying Civil War-era Americans. A former slave described life on the Underground Railroad.
Out on the road, and those bloodhounds were following me, and I could hear the barking. I was afraid, and I thought, have I done the right thing? I wasn't brave the whole time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2.
The students got a well-rounded view of late 19th century culture, even playing characters in a melodrama workshop.
I believe it was Fredericksburg, Virginia. All right, and say, you are so handsome.
You are so handsome.
Now tell me, Major. Tell me, Major.
Tell me, Major.
Where are your troops gathering tonight?
Where are your troops gathering tonight?
Welcome to military music of the Civil War. Now, in a regiment, there was 1,000 men. And in each regiment, there was 10 companies. Each had 100 men. And in each company, there was one fifer and one drummer.
Convocation, it's a good opportunity, and I think it's a privilege to come here because not everybody gets to come.
I like coming here because you meet different people and you get to share ideas on what you think. And like we have actors who give you they're like a visual aid, and they help you learn more about the time and the era, rather than like social studies books can be sometimes a little boring.
Pretty prairie princess practicing their routes and past these ducks.
Oh, you can do it one more time. All right.
We did some role playing and people got up and it was like the evil versus the good, and they just like acted it out, and there was like a plot twist, and they taught us how, like, for tomorrow when we were doing our plays, some things that we could do.
Well, we couldn't go forward because General Lee's there and he's not letting us go forward. And even though he's outnumbered and we have more men, his men again are very, very
General Grant for 9 years now. I try and add details that may not have, quote, educational value, such as today you may have seen me whittling a lot because General Grant whittled when he wanted to think, and as some of his aides said, he just whittles a stick into nothing. It's not that he's trying to make anything. But just that one little personal element, I think, not only does it present aspects of General Grant, but it also teaches a very small but perhaps valuable lesson that great people also need to have their outlets in order to encourage their thinking, in order to be able to ponder.
In the particular workshop I was running, people asked specific questions about my life as a slave.
You had your hand up?
Yeah. Did you ever get whipped or anything for doing something wrong?
Yes, I did, unfortunately.
A child actually asked me, had I been beaten? And I thought, wonderful, this is a great opportunity to talk about that aspect of slavery. So I had made that choice already, that my character had been beaten for something that was, not that beating could ever be justified, but it was particularly unjustified in that case, in my character's history.
Gore that flecked the streets of Baltimore.
I think students really don't know what they're in for when they come here for the 2 days. The first morning with the workshops and the actors and the reenactors really draw the kids into the period and give them so much more than we can give them in the classroom. Then watching them work that second day with the other students in preparing for the problem, their presentations that they're doing. And then watching the kids, the creativity that last day.
They love it. They love it. Some will take leadership roles. Some are content just to do what's doled out to them. Others will volunteer to do behind the stage kinds of things like material gathering, costumes, and others want to write.
Learning about slavery and about the North and the South, and how the North won the war, and if the South had won the war, it might have been different. We might have been two separate countries, or there still might be slavery today.
Well, it is possible that there could be another civil war because we have a lot of problems in this country, and some of the problems are so great, like poverty. They could just revolt against the government, and it would just break loose a whole lot of chaos. And, yeah, there could be a civil war.
It's possible that we could have a civil war, but I hope that we've learned so much from our past mistakes that we won't have one again.